The Super Eagles of Nigeria, we are finally bundled out of the World Cup qualifiers playoffs by a very strong and resilient Dr Congo team after playing out 1-1 full-time and penalties. Honestly, I can't begin to express how disappointed I am because we all had high hopes that the Super Eagles were going to qualify for the World Cup through these playoffs. In fact, I was one of those that prayed for the Super Eagles to meet Dr Congo instead of Cameroon. How can you explain that the Super Eagles are going into a penalty shootout and the defenders are the ones stepping up to come and take penalties? Where were the strikers? Where were the midfielders? Where was the captain, Wilfred Ndidi, who needed to step up when it mattered most? It was quite obvious that the Congolese were more prepared for the penalty shootout than the Super Eagles because at the dying minute of the extra time, the 120th minute, they had to bring on another keeper to come and stop penalties for them. I think there's a systemic error in the entire football structure in Nigeria. In fact, the NFF needs a complete overhaul. If not, tell me how in 2025, Super Eagles players are still being owed match bonuses and allowances. I must say a very big thank you to the Super Eagles players that stood out. Benjamin Fredericks, Calvin Bassey, and Victor Osimhen. In fact, it's quite unfortunate that the Super Eagles will not be in the next World Cup in 2026.